My name is Ruby, C35. Article 1 for Wikipedia. Scuba diving is a type of underwater diving whereby divers use breathing equipment that is completely independent of a surface air supply. The name scuba, an acronym from Self-Contained Underwater Breathing Apparatus, was coined by Christian J. Lamberson in a patent submitted in 1952. Scuba divers carry their own source of breathing gas, usually compressed air, affording them greater independence and movement than surface-supplied divers, and more time underwater than free divers. Although the use of compressed air is common, a gas blend with a higher oxygen content, known as enriched air or nitrous, has become popular due to the reduced nitrogen intake during long, repetitive dives. Also, breathing gas diluted with helium may be used to reduce the likelihood and effects of nitrogen necrosis during deeper dives. Open-circuit scuba systems discharge the breathing gas into the environment as it is exhaled and consists of one or more diving cylinders containing breathing gas at high pressure, which is supplied to the diver through a diving regulator. They may include additional cylinders for rage extinction, decompression gas, or emergency breathing gas. Closed circuits or semi-closed circuit breather scuba system, although recycling of exhaled gases, the volume of gas used is reduced compared to that of open circuit, so a smaller cylinder or cylinders may be used for an equivalent dive duration. Rebreathers extend the time spent underwater compared to open circuit for the same gas consumption. They produce fewer bubbles and less noise than open circuit scuba, which makes them attractive to covert military divers to avoid detection, scientific divers to avoid disturbing marine animals, and media divers to avoid bubble interference. Article 2 from Wikipedia. Scuba diving may be done recreationally, professionally in a number of applications, including scientific, military, and public safety roles, but most commercial diving uses surface-supplied diving equipment when this is practicable. Scuba divers engaged in armed forces. Covert operations may be referred to as fragment combat divers or attack swimmers. A scuba diver primarily moved underwater by using fins attached to the feet, but external propulsion can be provided by a diver propulsion vehicle or a slide pulled from the surface. Other equipment needed for scuba diving includes a mask to improve underwater vision, explosion protection by means of a diving suit, ballast vest to overcome excess buoyancy, equipment to control buoyancy, and equipment related to the specific circumstances and purpose of the dive, which may include a snorkel when swimming on the surface, a cutting tool to measure entanglement, light, a dive computer to monitor decompression status, and signaling device. Scuba divers are trained in the procedures and skill appropriate to their level of certification by diving instructor affiliated to the diver certification organizations, which ensures these certifications. These include standard operating procedures for using the equipment and dealing with the general hazards of the underwater environment, and emergency procedure of self-help and assistance of a similarly equipped diver experiencing problems. A minimum level of fitness and health is required by most training organizations, but a higher level of fitness may be appropriate for some applications. The history of scuba diving is closely linked with the history of scuba equipment. Article 3 from Wikipedia. By the turn of the 20th century, two basic architectures for underwater breathing apparatus has been pioneered. Open circuit surface supplied equipment where the divers exhaled gas is vented directly into the water, and closed circuit breathing apparatus where the divers combine oxygen added to make up the environment when necessary. Closed circuit equipment was more easily adapted to scuba in the absence of reliable, portable, and economical high-pressure gas storage vessels. By the mid-20th century, high-pressure gas cylinders were available, and two systems for scuba had emerged. Open circuit scuba, where the divers exhaled breath is vented directly into the water, and closed circuit scuba, where the carbon dioxide is removed from the diver's exhaled breath, which has oxygen added and is recirculated. Oxygen rebreathers are severely limited due to oxygen toxicity risk, which increases with depth, and the available system for mixed gas rebreathers were fairly bulky and designed for use with diving helmet. The first commercially practical scuba rebreather was designed and built by the diving engineer Henry Flosses in 1878, while doing the working for Civic Government in London. His self-contained breathing apparatus consisted of a rubber mask connected to a breathing bag with an estimated 50 to 60% oxygen supplied from a copper tank and carbon dioxide scoop. By passing in through a bundle of rope yarn soaked in a solution of caustic potash to system, giving a dive duration of up to about 3 hours.